Hey, what is up everybody? So today I'm going to work on putting some studs into my GravDal tires. They must be, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, so they've lost a number of studs over the years and some of the studs are a little worn down. So in a winter riding video, the e-commerce head of 45 North reached out to me and he was like, if you need to replace studs, you know, we have these stud tools. And then I also bought a pack of 100 studs. So he gave me a really nice coupon discount code, which is cool. All the 45 North stuff that I have owned, the tires, socks, the caps that I wear all the time, the greasy, the stovetop, I bought at Dirty River Bicycle Works. If you're local to Akron, they're a good dealer. But yeah, I'm gonna try my hand at this. I've never replaced any of the studs. The advice I got was I watched their 45 North video, but you guys gave me a lot of comments too. Use isopropyl alcohol, some people said soapy water, whatever, to help slide it in. They said attack it at a 45-degree angle and make sure it's seated. I did not practice before doing this video. Oh, yeah, pretty easy. And then just to make sure that and I'll show a close-up here eventually, that it's seated straight, the rubber's all the way around and all that kind of stuff. That's not as difficult as it looked. Oh, this one has a broken stud in it. I don't know how well that will even show up, but the base is pretty big, obviously, to keep them from coming out. I don't know how I would ever get that out of there. That is not a job for needle nose pliers. It would take, I'll have to think about that. If you guys have ever removed broken studs, let me know a tip. Off the top of my head while I'm making this video, I cannot think of how I would get that out. A couple other things while we're chatting I wanted to do, besides the shout out to 45 North for reaching out and giving me a little bit of a deal. I wanted to shout out McCurdy Farms, who sent me a bottle of cider from they're out near Portland. I think it was Bend River is where they're located. But they saw a video when me and Aaron rode to a orchard and cidery where we said it's hard to get really good dry cider, almost like traditional, you know, I would say English style hard cider is what we like the best. And they reached out and sent us a really nice bottle. I think Aaron and I are gonna drink it on stream one night so we could share it. They addressed it to both of us. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited about that. When someone reaches out and does something like that, it's amazing to me. I really, really do appreciate it. Yeah, these do feel like they're seated. Again, I'll show a close-up. The other thing is I got a nice Christmas card from Jimmy Miller, who does Speedy's hot sauce. He had sent me some samples of his hot sauce before, and yeah, a nice Christmas card with some swag and all that stuff. I need to order some more. I really, really liked it. He has a bunch of varieties. I'll link everyone that I'm talking about down below. So if you want to check it out, I've had this idea for a while of kind of making some like page on my website that shows products that like fellow cyclists we're friends with make, so we could support other cyclists by buying their products. I think that would be like a really cool thing. You know, in the past, and I've reordered too, and got to hang out with him in New York, Mr. Natty, hairstylist, but he has his own line of products like soap and, you know, beer balms, all that kind of stuff. I really like his stuff. So he sent me some after I first met him at Nutmeg a number of years ago, and then I've since ordered some more. So yeah, kind of putting together like a list. You know, I'm a photographer. My buddy Micah is a graphic designer who prints shirts and is a cyclist. Speaking of, he just printed me some new industrial gravel shirts. A bunch of people have been asking me to make those. They are in stock now. They are on the website. If you're local, delivery's free. If you're not, it's $5. I'll put that link below as well. So in blue industrial gravel t-shirts, that really soft cotton blend that everyone who has ordered one loves, are back in stock. I did talk about bandanas in the last video. They're in production. They didn't get to them before their winter break, which is fine. I told them, handle all your guys, people who are reaching out, freaking out about Christmas stuff before you worry about me. I'm in no rush. We'll put them up when we can. Also need to throw in there Novak Heating and Cooling. Buddy, if you have any HVAC problems in Northeast Ohio, he's your man. Shout out to Donald for the bottle of whiskey as well. He's a micro distiller in Ohio. Also AJ, aka Albert, over at Akron Coffee Roasters, another cyclist business owner. Get to more of these eventually, but here's a few that I have around right now. I got a good ride in on Wednesday. That was our group Christmas ride. It was supposed to be snow, but it was more of a rain, but we didn't get totally soaked. did a really fun route, kind of a big loop, and then met up with a bunch more friends over at Missing Falls. Missing Falls is a brewery that we often stop at, but that's another one of our cycling buddies owns that as well. So yeah, I don't know. I think first, if I do build out this website of friends who have other businesses that ride bikes, I'll start with the people that, you know, I know and have reached out, and then maybe we could, I am not a web developer, make a way for people to add, you know, stuff to it. I'll look into all that. That's one of my goals for the new year. Something I wanted to do a while ago that I just hadn't gotten around to. Yeah, I have lost a lot of studs in this bike, especially mostly, it looks like the side tread ones. But we also, these are fairly aggressive studded tires. They're not the most. They're not like the ice spike ones or anything like that. But I think they consider them more of a commuter style, and you know, me and my friends, if you watch my ride, end up on abandoned train tracks and all that kind of stuff. So not surprising at all that some of these have popped out over time. It'll be good to have them back in here and have even extra confidence. Might even get out on it today. Snowed last night. There's probably about 1.5 inches on the ground, but it shows there's a chance of snow squalls and everything coming today. So maybe we'll get a cool, pretty snow ride in. There's a event in the Highland Square neighborhood of Akron. It's like a, what do they call it? A winter crawl or whatever. There's bands playing outdoors. The high is only 27. I can't imagine. I was a bass player in a band. I cannot imagine trying to play my bass with a high of 27. So meaning it could be even colder by tonight when they're playing. But yeah, and then my good friends are closing out the night indoors at about 8 o'clock. I'm working on a music video for them, and so we figured, we already shot most of it. We were thinking of getting some live footage to cut in as well. So do that, but then also my upstairs tenant, he's in the world's greatest Christmas band called Mistletoe. So I want to catch them. I haven't caught them yet this year. I always call him my upstairs tenant. We're friends. He knows about the place and moved in because I, had posted. I'm glad this is easier than I thought. I mean, I guess I had no preconceived notions. I had never attempted it. And I know people say you don't need this tool. You can do it with pliers. Doing this right now with this tool, this thing is only, I could be wrong. I don't even think it's like $10. I think it's a worthwhile investment, even if you only ever ended up doing this once. But if you have these tires, like I've already said, how long they last me, it's probably something, if you have studded tires, you'll end up doing at some point. So I'd invest in it. What is Edmund doing? Yeah, so one more time, if you've ever removed studs, how did you remove them? I'd be really curious. Because even some that are like worn down, I'm just thinking as they wear down more and I wanted to replace them, how would you get them out? It seems like it would be really, really difficult. So any advice on that would be appreciated. But yeah, kind of just a quick check-in before I head out for a ride. As mentioned, as I'm recording this, it is Saturday before Christmas. I am going to attempt the Festa 500. No idea how it'll go. That's why I never say I'm doing the Festa 500. To me, it's always attempting the Festa 500. So, yeah, so I'm sure I'll have a bunch of ride videos around that, depending on, how it goes. But I'll definitely be getting out and riding next week. Don't have a ton of work that I have to get done. Just, stuff I want to do to button up the year and button up the building. So, yeah, this just a video, just checking in, just replacing some studs. Thanks as always for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.